Awesome. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Rewards of Coaching. We are just so glad to have you here with us this evening. Like my husband just said, someone awesome invited you tonight because they think you're awesome and either think that what is shared in this call is going to be an incredible blessing to you or think that you might be a really great fit and might make an amazing health coach.
Yeah, I don't think we introduced ourselves yet.
Oh, we didn't.
My name is Brandon Biggers.
I'm Weslyn Biggers.
Yeah, and we're health coaches.
And we are health coaches with Optavia, and we are, just honored to be here sharing with you tonight. And we're going to be your hosts. You're going to hear not only a little bit about health coaching from us and our personal experience, but also we've got some amazing people. These folks you're seeing on your screen are going to be sharing. You're going to hear lots of different stories. And we brought these folks on specifically because we all have we come from different backgrounds, different walks of life, different histories, different experiences with Optavia and on the program. But health coaching has been an incredible blessing to all of us. And we hope that at least one of our stories, if not all of them, connects and resonates with you in some way. Yeah. And so, let's share a little bit about.
We just have fun what we're doing. We're usually using our iPad. Now we're on our PC.
Oh, and we didn't tell them where we're from. Hey, in case you're wondering, we're in the beautiful state of South Carolina, right outside of Charleston.
It's been sunny for 2 weeks, and it just started raining. So we finally got some rain. But yeah, we're in Charleston. We love this area. And if you guys, I guess, put in the chat where you guys are coming from. Excited to see you guys and have you on here. So we'll get started. Who's going to do the clicker? I'll do it.
Yeah, you are.
So this a little bit about our story and where we came from. About 3 years ago, I was looking for a solution. The picture on the left, I was 70 pounds heavier, and I was really in a place in my life. I was 37, and I was struggling with health in a way that I didn't think I would be struggling with it. Got some negative stuff that was said by a doctor and was looking at maybe taking some things, and I just wasn't sure, and I really needed a solution. I had no idea how to help myself. My wife had always been really good at taking care of her health, and she had always looked good, and she knew how to eat well, but she could not help me. I don't know if you guys are spouses, especially guys, and I guess I don't have to tell some of you wives, we don't listen to our spouses very well. They're not the best coaches, so my wife was never a great coach for me. I was never a great coach for her. And so I reached out to my pastor who had lost 80 pounds. And I said, look, I need a solution. I need something going on. And he told me a little bit about what this was. And then going to the doctor and having a procedure, I drove to his house and I said, dude, I need this solution. And after losing 70 pounds and keeping it off for 3 years, this has been fun. This has been an amazing journey. When I lost 20 pounds, people started to notice the difference, and I began to show up different for my family, show up different for my kids. And so at the time when I first started, I think, is that Wyatt there?
That's Wyatt.
Yeah, that's our first. And now we have, I'm about to be 41. We have a 3 and a 5-year-old. So we waited a little bit later in life to have kids. So we need all the energy we can get. And it has, 20 pounds into the journey, I had some people going, look, I need what you're doing. I need a solution. And so I just started coaching. It was kind of a natural process to what was happening. Out of the outflow of what was happening in my life and the health that I was experiencing, I got to help other people. And I love that I got to be a guide to help people take responsibility for their own journey. So it was a fun journey.
Yeah, it really was. It was amazing to watch my husband transform. It actually was the beginning of the domino effect, the beautiful domino effect, or what we also call the ripple effect, that impacted our entire family. When Brandon started getting healthy, it kind of whet my appetite. Like, even though for me personally, weight had never been this like tremendous struggle, but I did have some baby weight I wanted to get off. But more than anything, I was struggling with some fatigue and not feeling 100% after we had our second child. And I just wanted to feel better. And I was having a lot of migraines and I just didn't feel great. And so, I lost 18 pounds in 2.5 months on our nursing moms plan, and became a much better mom and a much better wife. And was just became this new person. I mean, I'm still evolving. I'm still growing thanks to Optavia, but honestly, the change began there. And we got excited about coaching others in their health. And this became like this mission. And what started for us as, coaching was interesting for me because number one, people were already asking us, it was just happened so naturally, but also we found out, not only can we cover the cost of our program by helping others, but wow, we can earn enough income that I can stay home with the boys and I don't have to return to my corporate job, which was a huge desire of mine. And I just wasn't sure how to make that happen. I had been searching for that vehicle that fit in with being a full-time, fully present mom, and also still being able to bring in an income and have what we needed and more to live in abundance.
And I think for me, as being a pastor at the time, I knew that I had influence. I always wanted to use that influence properly. And so I was very wary of doing anything until I realized this was a win-win. That if someone was looking for a solution, that we could help them with that solution. We could help them find freedom if that's what they're looking for. 1 second, I think someone got unmuted. So if they're looking for freedom, we could help them with that. And I could help them in their journey. And it was fun, and I saw their lives transform. So it was a huge win for us.
Yeah,
so
it was awesome. So that's a little bit about our story. And, you know, to be honest, we went from our original goal of just making a little bit of extra income to help me stay home to replacing 2 incomes with part-time hours and having a lot of fun. So if that gives you any idea of what is possible with coaching, I mean, you're going to hear some other stories, but let me just tell you, start dreaming big about what it could look like to help others in their journey. It's really amazing. So we want to tell you a little bit about somebody drew on the screen. We got an artist out there. I don't know how we prevent that, but someone's drawing on the screen. It's okay. Anyway, we want to tell you a little bit about our company and, you know, just to give you a little bit of idea, because obviously if you're familiar with Optavia, maybe you have, you know, you're a client on the program, you've obviously seen success, you know that what we do works, but we want to tell you a little bit about the history and the background of the corporate company. So if this is something you decide to do, you know about the company and the corporate partner that you are partnering with.
Yeah, absolutely. So Optavia has 30 years plus of experience of helping people find success and having a healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances. It's been recommended by 20,000 physicians, backed by science, with John Hopkins clinical studies. One of the top 100 most trustworthy companies in America, traded in the New York Stock Exchange. We have 0 debt. We have cash backup in our system. And we have an amazing team in Maryland and in other states as well that back us up, that are there for us. We have we've been there personally. We've met the corporate team. And let me tell you, being in leadership and being around leaders, you know, and if you've been in leadership, you know, sometimes the closer you get to someone, and it's usually the case, you find kinks in their armor and it's not what you expected. And so when I came into this business, I was expecting maybe as I got closer to leadership, this company can't be this amazing. These leaders, there's got to be something going on here. And the closer I got to the leaders of this company, the more amazing they got. The more my mind was blown by these above the line leaders who were transformational leaders. And I'm just honored to be a part of this amazing company. So it's a solid corporate team. We're in the middle of international expansion where we're going to Hong Kong and Singapore and even more places to come, but absolutely transforming America and wanting to transform the world. And Dr. A has an amazing vision. He's a genius, and we love to follow after his vision and to hear what he wants to do next. So we have one of the top manufacturing facilities, best in class fuelings. I mean, checked off by the World Health Organization.
It's a mouthful.
I'm going to say it right. The FDA, and we've been there personally as well, and had our full suits on and everything to see how it's done. And it was an absolutely amazing experience. So it's an amazing company.
Yeah. And, you know, a little bit about, you know, the amazing Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, who is really the leader of this movement. He's not only the co-founder of Optavia, but he's the medical director. And, you know, it's so easy to get behind Dr. A's vision. You know, he left critical care, decades ago, because he decided he didn't want to just put a Band-Aid on the problem in the United States and the world. He wanted to lead the way in teaching people how to live optimally healthy, how to live healthy lives, how to change their you know, what's the word I'm looking for? How to change their lifestyle. And he created the Habits of Health system. So you may be familiar with that. If you're a client on our program, the Dr. A's Habits of Health and the Amazing Life book. And so, you know, Dr. Anderson, it's easy to get behind his vision because we are really out there changing the world with optimal health, and it's really fun. So what makes us different? You know, there's a lot of health and wellness is a really hot topic. It's a big field. It's a big area because our world needs it now more than ever, right? And so what makes us different, what sets us apart is really the fact that we coach a 4-component program. This is what we offer to our clients, is that, you know, not only do you have an amazing Optavia coach to partner with you, we're going to talk a little bit about if that might be you tonight, but you know, we give people someone to cheer them on, to be a guide along their journey and have one-on-one coaching. That is huge. And we really take that component very seriously. The habits of health, like we just mentioned, the educational component, helping the mind get healthy as the body gets healthy. And then our amazing Optavia community. Many of you on this call tonight or maybe watching this recording are a part of that community, and the private client support pages that are out there, and the camaraderie and the encouragement and the support, and obviously our fuelings, best in class, that help our clients have a tool to learn how to be healthy in their nutrition. So, you know, we offer what we call the trilogy of optimal health. It's not just about your body getting healthy. If you've ever tried to willpower your way to a healthy body, you know it starts here. It's not as simple as what you put in your mouth. It's what happens in between in this area. And so, you know, we really have to help. We have to really focus on not only getting the body healthy, but getting the mind healthy. And then that third area of the trilogy is what we call healthy finances. And that's where coaching comes in. So that's what we want to talk a little bit about tonight as well.
And I want to pull out 30 seconds out of here real quick. In my whole life, the reason I was failing is because I was constantly just trying to deal with the body with the body. And when I came into this program and began to read Dr. A's Habits of Health, I began to realize it started in the mind. I had the 6-lane highway that was used to doing what it was always doing. And then I would start this new thing. I would start cutting down weeds to make this little small road. And I had a coach to help me transform, to keep me accountable, to make sure I was in my habits of health, to make sure that I was in the life book. And then healthy finances becomes a part of that. It's part of being healthy all around. When I found this, I realized why I wasn't having success and why I found success in this. So anyways.
Yeah, that's great. And so it really is powerful, the trilogy of optimal health. So we want to bring on our first presenter tonight to kind of share a little bit more with you and to share her story. Leanne and Dwayne Hamby have created an incredible business of helping others get started with their own personal health journeys. And so we're just so excited to partner with her and to have her share a little bit about her powerful story tonight. So Leanne, thank you for being on here, and thank you for being willing to share your story tonight.
Of course. Of course, I'm happy to be on. Hi, I'm Leanne Hamby, and I'm a health coach, and I live in the Orlando, Florida area. We're actually relatively new to the area. And as you saw my picture there, I lost 132 pounds in a little bit over a year on Optavia, and I've kept it off for the last year. And one of the major keys for me reaching that milestone was becoming a coach. I have tried and failed many programs over the years. And for me, coaching was kind of the thing that I needed to push me over the edge. Because somewhere around the 30, 40 pound weight loss milestone, I wanted so badly to just give in to my cravings and my old habits. I was feeling sorry for myself, honestly, and missing all my old habits. I think many of us, if we get to, you saw my before picture, when you get to a place like that, you have habits and addictions that are just deeply, deeply embedded. So after a couple of months of trying to live healthy, they were screaming my name. And the reason that I didn't quit was because I was a coach already at that point, and I was helping a lot of people already. And I did not want to be the reason that any of them quit. So I kept going. I didn't want to be a bad example to my friends and family who had decided to do this with me. I wasn't going to fail for them. Another reason is we were helping a pretty good amount of people already, and we had a pretty decent size income coming in from the health coaching. So, the practical side of me knew if I fall off the wagon and just give in to all those bad habits, like that's going away. And I, like many people, was living paycheck to paycheck, and that check every month, well, every week and then every month, was just such a life-changing event for us to find a way to make that kind of extra income. So that was a twofold reason why I did not quit at 30 pounds and made it all the way to 130 pounds. So like I tell everybody, coaching is where it's at. It's easy to quit a program if nobody knows. But if now all of a sudden you're helping all your friends and family, they will all know if you quit, and it's going to matter a lot, not only to them, but if you're coaching, it's going to matter to your pocketbook. So this has come into play for me again, even like right now. Brandon and Wesleyan know, because I had to do a phone confession. I started off the whole COVID quarantine like really strong. I'm going to come out of this better than I went in. But many of us have like a default when we get stressed. Like there's some sort of default we default back to. And for me, it was baking and cooking. And so I started the downward slide. And because I was a health coach, that gave me the strength I needed to just keep contending for fighting for my health. I was going to keep fighting for it. I was not going to fail. I was going to keep fighting for it. And so I managed to stop that downward slide and reverse it. And now I'm back on track. And I can't say that would have been the case if I wasn't a coach. So like coaching was a big, big deal for my personal journey. So if you have a big goal like I did, or if you want to keep it off for the rest of your life, coaching is such a key part in that happening. That's part of the full offering of Optavia. It's not just losing some weight, it's a full life transformation. And if you step into coaching, you get to experience the full amount of it. And like, it has been such a huge blessing for us financially. Moving to Florida, we got to pick the house we wanted in the school district we wanted. We didn't have to settle for what we could have afforded before. I got a Lexus in the driveway. That would not have happened before. So I cannot say enough about how much this has totally transformed my life in every area. And I just want to say thanks to my coaches for saying yes, because without their yes, my yes would have never been a yes.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much, Leanne. And that, I call that a social consequence. It's kind of like you tell a friend, if you want to go walking every morning, tell your friend to meet you outside their house at 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what? And if you don't show up, he's like, you joker, you made me get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You didn't even show up. So it's a huge part. It's how our brain works, and it's a way to trick ourselves to get into this. So yeah, I mean, that's awesome. Thank you so much for Leanne.
Yeah.
For sharing
One
that.
quick thing,
Yeah.
you know, Leanne and her husband Dwayne are so radically blessed through coaching financially, and have that because they have helped, you know, so many people accomplish exactly what they have. The numbers of people on their team, I shouldn't say their team, but the number of people that they have helped lose 100+ pounds is astounding, because they did it, and you just naturally duplicate who you are.
Yeah.
And the blessing comes with helping that many people. And so congratulations to what you guys have accomplished, Leanne. It's just an honor to be on your team and to partner with you. We're going to bring up next, her name is Liz Smith, and I'm excited to bring on Liz because she's a fairly new coach, and I think you're going to love her story because you know, she's just got the mission and the heart of Optavia, and we're honored to partner with her. So Liz, thank you so much for being willing to come on and share a little bit about your journey tonight.
Wesleyan, Brandon, thank you guys so much for this honor and thinking of me and including me and giving me this opportunity to share. And thank you, Nicole, for just introducing me to this and opening the door of endless possibilities. So a little bit about me. I am a mother and a wife. I work in the corporate world and have been for the last 12 years. And for the longest time was okay with the corporate world life and was pretty sure that that's where I wanted to stay until retirement. And, you know, I'm a realistic person when it comes to money. So the money that was being made is the money that we were making. And yes, opportunity for some more, but there's a cap to all of it depending on how high up the ladder you want to go. So I have always found myself, though, in a customer service type role when it came to jobs, whether it's cashiering at a grocery store, working in a call center and helping the same people with their orders, or even now training with customer experience. I have always had a passion for supporting people, serving people, helping people. I love it. I absolutely couldn't imagine doing anything else but helping people. So about 5 years ago, I went through a life-changing tragedy. And on the other side of that, I found a new determination to live life more intently and to really start serving my passions, finding what drove me and making sure I lived a life full of passion. There were, with any tragedy, plenty of bumps along the way, and that meant quite a bit of weight gain too. So I did find myself around the holidays this past year working out 5 to 6 days a week and constantly gaining weight. And I knew it was my nutrition, but I couldn't get myself out of the rut that I was in. So thank God I met Nicole. She introduced me to this, and about 3.5 months ago, I signed on to be a client. And in that time, I've lost 32 pounds, still losing. But that agreement for going on plan between me and my husband came with a caveat, if you will. We were only going to spend the money to be on plan for 2 months. And in less than a month of being on plan, I knew I wanted to be on longer. I wanted to see my full potential in my health and see that through on plan, which meant I needed to find a way to make it past 2 months. So I am a newbie. I've been coaching for about 2.5 months now. And I knew I would have to bring on 5 people to pay for fuelings and be able to help 5 people. And I barely made it in that first month to help 5 people and sign them on to be able to share the gift that we have. But I tell you what, once I signed those 5 people, and then I signed 3 more, and then I started getting paid for it. I loved it before I got paid for it, but then I got paid for it. And I was like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. The amount of times I have texted Wesleyan and Nicole and even Mama Nancy saying, are you serious? Wait, there's more? Hold on. What? So it's absolutely blown my mind, but the best part of it is I love it. And it's made so easy. And anybody that's on plan right now knows how nice and easy the program is for the nutrition plan and how structured it is. And it's a repeatable process that provides predictable results. You guys, the onboarding, training, and everything for coaching is no different. They set you up for success because they want to see you succeed. They're not kidding when they say healthy mind, body, and finances. Like, every time I just get so excited and then I lose my words and it's fun. So I'm hooked, needless to say. And then I started getting enough money to start paying off debt. So a few years ago, we took out an auto loan of less than $10,000 for a used car that we needed for the family. And we've been paying it off a little bit at a time for, a usual car loan, 6 years. And the money that I've made in 6 weeks and the money that I know I'm going to make in the next 6 weeks is going to pay off the rest of that car loan. I don't have to wait 2 years to pay off that silly little car loan. It's going to be paid off in 3 months, 3-4 months of coaching, which has given me the ability to dream like I've never been able to dream before. Like I said, I'm the realist. The money that comes in, like, I never serve tables because I don't like relying on tips. I like certainty. I like consistency. So I was always very real when it came to finances. this is the cap of what we can afford and budget for. And that's changing, because this is changing my life financially as well. I've never had the entrepreneurial spirit either, but after the pandemic started, my salary got cut. I decided I am never going to put myself in a position where somebody else is going to determine what my salary is. I am taking control, and they help you every step of the way. If you are willing to listen, if you are willing to learn, if you are willing to be coached, you can coach. It's that simple. And all I get to do is share my experience and the things that I learn and what I'm passionate about. And the pieces all fall together, because that's how they built it. It all fits together. And I'm so excited. You guys are seeing me at the beginning of my journey, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. Thank you again.
Liz, we love you so much.
Love it. So amazing.
I love you guys.
And you really do represent the heart of what we do and the passion. And it's fun when you realize, oh my gosh, I mean, I could do this. We've said this so many times. I could do what we do and not get paid and love every minute of it. But boy, the fact that we are blessed so abundantly, it just makes it even more fun. And it's just awesome to see what you're doing.
So we got to flash this up here since we're talking about money. We're official now.
Legally.
It's an Optavia income disclosure statement.
There we go.
All right, we're legal.
Covered.
All right, so where do you want to be, and who's going to talk next? These are all big questions. So
I think it was going to be me, but it's okay if you want it to be
Go ahead.
Honestly, though, here's the amazing thing. You've heard all of these powerful testimonies, and you've heard of, hopefully you're getting a little bit of an idea of what's possible, different walks of life, different goals, all these things. So let's talk about you. Where do you want to be? I mean, have you really ever paused to think, what do I really want to create? And if there were no limitations, what would I want to define my life to be? What do I want my time to look like? What do I want my finances to look like? That is what we do. That's how we get to dream when you partner with Optavia. So let's talk a little bit about what a coach does.
Yeah, what does a coach do? So we're simply, this has been shared with you in 4 different ways, but we're simply looking for people who are looking for a solution. When I first heard that, it just clicked, because I love that. I'm not looking for people looking for an opportunity. I'm looking for people who are looking for a solution, whether it was like me, where I started coaching when my dad needed a solution, a big solution. And so then my dad lost 80 pounds, then my mom lost 65 pounds, and then the ball just began rolling. And so you're looking for people who are looking for a solution. You're looking to transform lives, whether it doesn't matter if they're wanting to lose 80, 20, 10, 15. Her 18 pounds was not just as impactful as my 70. It might have been more impactful, because it affected her health in a bigger way. And I'm going to try to wrap this up in 10 minutes, guys, because I respect your time. So I won't get off on too many of these. So live life and your health out loud. You've heard that so many times, and you've heard it put so well. It gives you an opportunity to live your health and offer other people the opportunity to do the same thing. And you get to do it out loud. Have a heart to help people. If you have, and Liz, like Liz Smith said, we're looking for people who are already passionate about helping other people. And if that's not you, you don't like to help people, you don't really care about people, you don't want to talk to people, we may not be, you might want to find something else. There's probably somewhere with a cubicle where you don't see people that you might be happier. But here, you're going to talk to a lot of people. You have to care about people. You have to be passionate about helping people. Or maybe you want finances and your wife's happy to talk to people. So you buy the coaching kit, give it to your wife, and maybe she'll do it. But no, but seriously, if you have a heart to help people, this is a great place to be.
Yes.
We're guides, not experts. This was a big one for me when I had only lost 20 pounds. I knew how to be healthy when I was younger, when I was 18, 20, 25 years old, in the gym constantly. But as a man in his 30s and 40s, it was hard for me. It was hard. I was like, wow, how am I going to be a coach? And I realized I'm a guide. I don't have to be a professional right now. I can guide someone through this. You don't have to be on the other side of the woods to lead someone through the forest. You only have to be a couple steps in front of them to lead them through. You only have to be a couple sections in your book ahead of them so you can lead them, maybe a couple pounds ahead of them, maybe a few weeks ahead in the program so you know what they're about to walk through. You can help them through that. So that's the cool part about this. Know you're never alone. Several people said this. You have an amazing community as you're on this program leading towards your healthy life. And it is so much more expansive when you become a coach. The support, the groups that you're part of, the leadership is top notch. There's nothing else like it that I've ever experienced. So why consider coaching?
Yeah. So, here, you've already heard this from Leanne, and you've heard this from Nicole. And actually, I think you heard it from everyone on this call, but coaches are up to 5 times more likely to succeed in their own health journey. And you just heard examples of why. We have a dog in the fight. We have extra accountability. When we're talking, what you teach, you are more willing to take in yourself. And so it's so huge in your own health journey when you're bringing others along for the journey. Gaining financial freedom and time freedom, defining what you want out of this life, setting your own salary, creating your own schedule. That is the beauty of what we get to do. And working with a company and people of integrity and being part of this amazing community. I mean, the people you've heard tonight, their heart, their passion, their drive, these are the kind of people that make up Optavia. This is what this community looks like. And incredible personal development, like Brandon mentioned. I mean, I'm talking free trainings that are absolutely amazing that you would pay top dollar for if you were.
I have paid top dollar.
We have paid
for amazing, and it doesn't compare.
Doesn't touch what we receive through Optavia training, and just helping you. So you
free.
As a coach, it's not just about helping you become better and coaching others. You become better yourself. You become a better version of yourself, and you don't have to be at your goal weight. You've already heard this. We're all on a journey. You just have to be a few steps ahead, like Brandon said. And most people are actually not at their goal weight when they start coaching.
Yeah. So how do we get started? This is the fun part. So you've heard all of the stories. You want to know what's next. How do we get started? After this webinar, contact the person who invited you to this recording. They're the person that you're in a relationship with. They're the one that's going to be your coach and walk you through this. Okay, so make sure you contact that person and purchase your coaching kit. If you're already a client, this is going to be simple. You actually go to your page where you order your food, and you can talk to your coach before you do this, but there's a little button there that says join us, and you join this amazing community. Make sure you let your coach know that you did that. Don't sit there with your coaching kit and go, why is anybody coaching me? We have to know, because there's this whole journey and this whole world that opens up to you as you become an apprentice. Schedule your coaching kickoff call with your mentorship. And they'll lead you through the first steps. I'm telling you, it will try to avoid having people feel like they're drinking from a fire hydrant. But let me just put it this way. You'll never have to worry about having a question answered. And we'll always be there with it. Anyway, so you'll be introduced to our coaching system and community with top-of-the-notch training, top-of-the-notch trainers and leadership. We show you how to authentically connect with people who are looking for a solution. I'm telling you, when I tell you the training that you get is not just good for you helping people one-on-one, but showing up. Okay, there's this word out there, influencer. We're not just talking about being an influencer, but being an influence to people and letting people you have a solution. How do you do it? How do I get into showing people that I have this? Okay, we'll train you how to do that. We're gonna walk with you hand in hand. You can start today, right now, if you desire, and help your first client within minutes. It's all up to you. And we're gonna walk with you in the speed that you wanna walk. So this has been fun, guys. Thank you for joining us. Once again, you're on this call because someone thought you were awesome. You're either on an amazing journey already and you've seen some amazing success, or at the same time, maybe you're not on this journey. Maybe someone reached out to you and said this would be a great solution for your finances. You heard those stories. So reach out to your coach. They can help you. Any other closing thoughts?
We're just honored that you were with us tonight, or that you took the time to watch this recording of someone sent it to you.
Thank you, Leanne, Stephen,
Nicole,
Nicole, and Liz.
Thank you to everyone who shared powerful stories, and want to inspire you all who are watching that it's possible for you, and so much more too. So good night, y'all. Thank you so much.